Hey guys, it's Mr. Regan. I'm now going to give you a chance to practice some absolute value equations. So I'm going to do several problems for you. You can pause the video and try the problems yourself and go back and check to see how I do them. So I'm just going to keep going and you just come on back when you're ready. Alright, the absolute value of x plus 10 equals 32. We know we're going to break this up into two parts. X plus 10 equals 32, or x plus 10 equals, and we make it negative 32. All right, inverse operation, subtract 10 on both sides. X equals 22, or, because we're always going to get two solutions, subtract 10 on both sides, x equals negative 42. Remember, if you want to just double check, you don't feel 100% sure, take both of those numbers and substitute them back in. So if I put 22 in here for x, 22 plus 10, I would get 32. And the absolute value of 32 certainly equals 32. If I put negative 42 in for x, negative 42 plus 10 is negative 32. And the absolute value of negative 32 is 32 as well. So we're good. Alright, next one. Same kind of problem, except I have a number outside of the absolute value symbol, and we want to take care of that first. So it's 4 times the absolute value of x minus 3. Inverse operations tell us to divide. That cancels. Absolute value of x minus 3 equals 24 divided by 4 is 6. Now I can break it up into my two parts. Remember, I don't do that until I get rid of everything outside of that absolute value symbol. X minus 3 equals 6. Or x minus 3 equals negative 6. I'll add 3 to both sides because subtracting 3. X equals 9. That's a 9. Add 3 on both sides here. X equals negative 6 plus 3, negative 3. And I get x equals 9 or x equals negative 3. Remember, if you're going to do these problems on your own, pause the video, go back and do it, and come back and check mine. Alright, so now I have, once again, something outside of the absolute value symbol. I've got to get rid of that first. So I'm going to subtract 6. That cancels that. I get the absolute value of x minus 1 equals 10 minus 6 is 4. Now I break it up into two parts. X minus 1 equals 4, or x minus 1 equals negative 4. Add 1 to both sides, x equals 5, or add 1 to both sides, gets repetitive, x equals negative 3. Two solutions, plug the numbers back in if you don't feel good about it or you just want to make sure. Alright, now this problem is a little different. I don't have anything outside of the absolute value symbol, but I have now a number in front of x. We haven't seen one like that. But nothing to worry about. We're going to treat this one just like we've done the other ones. There's nothing outside the absolute value symbol, so I'm going to break it down into two parts. It'll just be 3x minus 6 equals 18, or 3x minus 6 equals negative 18. Now it's just going to be a two-step equation. I'm going to add 6 on both sides. 3x equals 24. Same thing over here. Add 6 on both sides. 3x equals negative 18 plus 6, negative 12. Divide by 3. Here's my second step. X equals 8. Or, same thing over here. Divide by 3. X equals negative 4. So it looked a little different with that 3 there, but that was okay. It wasn't outside the absolute value symbol, so I left it there, broke it down into two parts, just made a two-step solution problem, that's all. Alright, here's another, and we have that number outside of the absolute value symbols. We've got to get rid of that guy, so we're going to subtract 12. That goes away. Absolute value of x minus 2 equals negative 4. Right now, at this point, I hope that after some practice, people will say, wait a minute, I can't do this problem. I can't do the absolute value of something and get a negative answer. So I hope at this point, some people are going to stop and say, no solution. Okay. Now, let's say that you don't notice that. All right, let's do the problem. Let's see what happens. So you're going to break this up into two parts. X minus 2 equals negative 4. But you're going to keep that negative 4 because you just copy down exactly the way it is. Or x minus 2 equals, now at this point you would say, well, that was a negative 4, so I'm going to make this one a positive 4, because we've always changed it to its opposite. Add 2 on both sides, x equals negative 2, or add 2 on both sides, x equals 6. Now at this point, you might really feel like I'm doing the right thing, everything's okay, I'm going to circle my solution, but here's a perfect example of why you might want to check it. So let's take this one, this negative 2. If I put a negative 2 in for x, inside the absolute value symbol, negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4. The absolute value of negative 4 is 4. And then when I do 12 plus 4, I do not get 8. So I know that that's not going to work. Let's try 6. If I put 6 in for x, 6 minus 2 is 4. The absolute value of 4 is 4. 12 plus 4, once again, is not 8. Doesn't work. So when you check yourself, you will catch yourself if you missed a problem like this, where there is no solution. This is our answer for this problem. Alright? Good luck working with these guys, and watch the videos if you're still having trouble.